Hi there, this is Teds of Ted's Toys and Shenanigans, and continuing on with the destruction of Cosmos, I'm going to review the Unite Warriors version of Vortex, the lovely smooth interrogator of the team. First up, we'll have a look at helicopter mode. Vortex is Alpha Bravo, or perhaps Alpha Bravo is Vortex, as Alpha Bravo did have Vortex's head right from the very start. The only difference between these two is that Vortex has different colours and more propeller blades. I'm going to state right now that I don't actually like this helicopter. Something about it is a little bit off. It's like too long, it looks a bit like a sausage with propellers. I don't know, is it too long, or is it the placement of the blades being a little bit too far forward? I'm not too sure, I just can't quite put my finger on what it is. The extra 2 blades for Vortex managed to give him a slight advantage over Alpha Bravo, but I still don't like it. Another negative is it looks like a civilian helicopter with missiles on the side. So really looking at it, it doesn't quite fit any of the characters it's been used for. Vortex is a military chopper, Blades is a civilian rescue chopper, unless Blades missiles are extinguishing missiles like the ones in Burning Ranges. That would be kinda cool, but I doubt it. On the plus side, I do think Vortex's colours look a lot nicer, although the missiles are a tad too bright in this mode. That colour of missiles does match up nicely with his robot mode. I think I've spent enough time on the helicopter mode, I don't really like it, so let's have a look at his robot mode. Luckily, robot mode is much nicer. His colours are a bit on the bland side, however they do faithfully cover the animation model look of the TV show. I think it's rather clever the way they incorporated the black on his shins, and the dark grey manages to make him look a lot nicer than Alpha Bravo's white and orange by quite a bit, as well as making him look like a Decepticon. I like that they actually changed the colour for the plastic of the connection joint, so it actually matches the blue around his waist and brings him that little bit closer to the animation style colouring. Helicopter blades on robots are always a tricky one to deal with, and I don't think they've ever kind of really successfully managed to cope with them. However, I think they have done rather well here with old Vortex. I really like the Fall of Cybertron game model, and the way they had the blades on his back, they kind of like flick up in a V over his back and look like he had swords in his back. Almost been replicated here. The face is obviously Vortex, and on his mouth there's a nice silver paint that actually lets you see the sculpting rather nicely, and of course his red Decepticon eyes look fantastic. Weapon wise, he has a machine gun that looks great from one side and not so great from the other, and those annoying hand-foot guns that could be cool but just aren't quite there. Rather annoyingly, the handgun also doesn't manage to replicate the look of landing gear for the helicopter either, so it's just kind of a big bit. However, with Vortex being a light helicopter guy, I am quite happy to donate his hand-foot gun to Brawl or Onslaught perhaps. His robot mode articulation is pretty good, and while I didn't really like the look of the robot initially, after playing with it, its balance and articulation won me over. It's actually a really good robot mode. And he does look pretty good. If I steal Alpha Bravo's machine gun and give it to him, he has 2 guns. Very nice. Arm mode is pretty nice, although the rear tail of the chopper gets in the way of the blades. Even if you manage to move the tail section down closer towards Bruticus's shoulder, they still manage to hit each other, so you can't spin the blades around like a shield, which is a little bit annoying, but it's okay. You can still see the general effect of the blades there. Rather nicely, leg mode also looks pretty decent. So to sum all this up, Vortex is actually pretty alright. Robot mode is damn good fun, I really do like it. The chopper? I'm not so sold on. It's not very good for a military vehicle. and I do really miss his nose-mounted machine gun. The arm and leg modes managed to make up for his NAF helicopter mode. He's quite a fun toy. Just a shame we still have those stupid foot handguns. I really hate those things.